guys, welcome to Dysfunctional. Last time we had Hannah here, who also went to Emory with us, and I thought I'd bring in one of my other Emory BFFs, Gina.
Go Eagles.
Gina grew up in California.
I'm from San Diego, so just 2 hours south.
Blessing.
I say it's like LA, but less bullshit. But you know what? I want to be here. I love LA.
When did your parents move there?
Well, we moved there when I was 6. I was born in Korea, moved when I was 2, and we were in NorCal for 4-ish years, and then moved out to San Diego.
What's like your earliest memory?
Oh, girl, I was 2. So
there's this thing called childhood amnesia, that your brain is just, the memory part of your brain hasn't developed yet. So,
really?
But that doesn't mean that you can do whatever you want to your babies and they won't remember.
Not do that.
Yeah, no, like it'll still affect the other developments of their brain.
I mean, I remember San Diego really well. I feel like I remember the old house we lived in. It was like a cute little duplex. And then I actually just went back home and I like gave myself a little car tour around the area. Like I did not live in La Jolla or any of the cool, sexy places. I lived in like the burb of the burbs.
Suburbia.
There was like nothing to do. It was very peaceful, very quiet, very sheltered. I lived a very sheltered life. But yeah, I was like, I think I moved because I was so desperate for energy and action, and that's when I found in LA.
That's literally describing what all suburban kids feel like. Like just you're ready to go. But yeah, can you talk more about like being a new student here? Because I remember when I went to school, even though I was born and raised in Atlanta, I was still in ESOL, which is English for speakers of other languages.
Yeah.
And I was in those classes until 2nd grade.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're like, oh, she's kind of smart. Like, she speaks English and she can do math.
Yeah,
like,
she's kind of smart.
Let's put her in honors classes. I remember because I had a lot of anxiety as a child. So I remember like getting pulled out of class and just feeling so awkward. Like everyone was like looking at me. But it was like, yeah, you had to go do certain classes away from the other classes. Yeah. First, when I went to kindergarten, I was in like a Hispanic community, and then when I went to 1st and 2nd grade, it was more of like a primarily white community. And then when I went to 3rd and 4th grade, I was more of a Latino community, and then I moved back to the white community. So it was just like back forth between these like
a lot of code switching.
Yeah, girl, yes. I eventually became like the white girl. Like they would like be like, why do you talk like my uncle Anthony would make fun of me all the time. He's like, you sound like a valley girl, and I'm like, I am a valley girl at heart. Did you ever feel different? Like how was your experience?
10,000%. It's like we call it ESL, but I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I remember like going back to first memory. I remember very big part of my childhood, I would go with my mom to her adult ESL classes because
that's amazing.
Yeah, both my parents, they grew up, went to college in Korea. My mom like gave up everything to be. I mean, my dad too, but my mom like she quit her job, like left her family, everything to be here. And I remember going to these like adult language classes with her in the library. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like I was fortunate enough in San Diego to be surrounded by such a big Asian community. There's a very heavy Asian presence there, especially in like my neighborhood. But I still felt I was still so cognizant of the fact that I was different, that like I wasn't what was represented to me in media, like, you know. And I feel like, I mean, I love my family. I'm not saying I grew up in a traumatic household at all, but like I think the added burden almost as a person of color is every time, at least for me, when I would like be going through any, like for lack of a better word, like strife with my family, I'd always kind of wonder like, is this like an Asian thing, or is this like a weird, like a family issue, you know?
I don't know about your parents, but my parents did not let me do sleepovers for a really long time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
eventually they did because I was like on one in that like
No,
for
my
years.
parents would like
Rightfully so.
Yeah,
Like
yeah. But like no sleepover.
there were times where once my parents realized that I was academically gifted or whatever,
Yeah.
like now I would
genius.
now I was a genius. But like now then I'd bring home like 91s and my dad would be like, why isn't it 100?
Yeah.
And like so I would never feel like I was enough. And I was like, so if I would make like a B, it'd be the end of my world. I was so mentally messed up at the time that my academics and my physical body were the only things that I could control. So I was going hard. Like
that's such a thing though in high school, especially like, and I feel like with like teenage girls, and I think that's kind of why a lot of teenage girls like develop eating disorders too, is it all kind of comes down to control and like what you can control, what gives you a sense of control, whether that's getting straight A's or maintaining a certain weight or what have you. It kind of boils down to that.
Girl, it's tough being a teen girl. And then
it's really tough. Cut
on top of that, being like a child of an immigrant, like take a sip anytime I start talking about my childhood trauma. Woo! I almost finished it. I just couldn't do it.
I know. I have half of it left.
God bless. Here, we do not peer pressure, you guys. We let people sip.
Yeah.
Sip at their own speed.
Finishing it, but yes.
Kids, if you guys are watching out there, please wait until you're 21 to drink. Actually, wait until you're 25 because fun fact, your brain does not stop developing until 25. And sometimes men take longer to develop.
Yeah.
Like it goes up until until their 30s. A lot
longer.
Honestly, it feels like more though. But yeah, so you drinking, smoking, honestly being anxious, talking down on yourself, being self-conscious, all of those things matter. And they can be really damaging. So be careful how you talk to yourself. Yeah. Take care of your mind, your body. Don't fall into peer pressure. I love that. Yeah. This goes to my cousins. Y'all know who y'all are.
She's watching.
Literally.
Are we old?
We're old, girl. I'm like the auntie now. Like, it's gross.
Oh, that's
I'm
why
like,
I don't
look
spend time
so
with
youthful.
No, well, you look beautiful.
No, girl, but
You're always
it's
beautiful.
embarrassing because I'll go out with them and they'll think I'm like part of a like middle school squad, and I'm like,
I mean, because of how you look like you're still 21.
Let me tell you something about Gina, you guys. Like this girl will. I mean, look at her. She's amazing. She's model body, model face,
Oh my God,
face card, never declines. But she'll literally like, I'll be getting into the back of the line at like a bar or something. She's like, what are you doing? And then she'll like grab my hand. We'll go suddenly to the front and suddenly we're in.
Listen,
I don't know.
You put 4 shots of me and I have audacity.
The audacity she has. So that's the next question. How do you have the audacity? Please
I'm always drunk. No.
Tell the people.
Well, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, if we're being a little bit more serious, I think in terms of like my career and like just what I want in life, it's so cheesy. I listen to like a lot of self-help podcasts.
I love that. Wait, what kind of podcast?
Like, I love Diary of a CEO. I love
Jay Shetty.
I love Jay Shetty. I love Hot Smart Rich.
Okay.
It's by Maggie Seller. She interviews like startup founders, a lot of women founders, and I just feel like you know how they say like you're a conglomerate of the 5 people closest people to you. My friends are amazing, but I also feel like what you consume and what you listen to and what you watch, like that totally affects your psyche. And yeah, I don't know. I love listening to particularly female founders, especially women of color, because I feel like as a woman of color, you kind of have everything stacked against you.
Yeah.
But the through line with all these people is that they say like, just do it. Like
have the audacity.
Have the audacity. Yeah. Because like
that.
You deserve it. You do. And I just feel like, I don't know, sometimes like this might not be like the best way to live my life. And this is not financial advice at all. But like life is a game. Like I just
allegedly.
this is like a privileged stance to have, but I feel like you should get everything you want. And
why not?
Yeah, and like we don't live long enough to be working jobs that we hate. And and I think it's a balance of like doing what you love and also doing what like can support your lifestyle.
And also there are deep rooted complex systems that prevent certain people from getting to where they want to be.
100,000%. Yeah.
You should still say fuck it.
Yes. 100. Yes, absolutely.
Because they want you to be scared. They want you to not go after it. They want you to think that you can't do it. They want you to stay small, and they want you to doubt yourself. Guess what? We're not.
No.
We're not going to do that. We're going to stay strong and keep chasing our dreams.
I ate a cracker before this, and now it's like,
oh my god, no
I
water
sound
break.
like I'm about to cry.
Water?
I'm not. Oh, thank you. I feel like if you are young and you have the privilege of not having kids yet, and you have no responsibility, you just like do it. Just do what you like. Do whatever you desire. I think you should go for, because I don't really think that desire ever goes away.
Yeah, the same thing about this podcast. Like, I've been wanting to do it for so long, and I never did it because I was like, oh, no one's gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, so what? I don't care if anyone's gonna listen to it. I mean, I would love for you guys to listen. I would love a community, but at the same time, these are like time capsules.
Exactly. Even if it's like one person. I mean, two, because I'm definitely listening.
Yeah, I got my small club of fans.
Yes, but
I'm the president of it.
It's like, I don't know what, like, the other thing is like, what else are you gonna do with your time? Like, if I wasn't doing this, I'd be rewatching. Like,
that's like Friday night. Yeah. Like, I'd be Ben rotting right now. Exactly. Which, no shame, y'all should all be like
I'm a
Friday
huge
night
fan of Ben rotting, but. Yeah, I don't know. I just like that's the other big thing. I'm like, whenever I feel nervous or scared to do something, I'm like, well, what's the alternative? Is the alternative like hating my life and doing nothing? Okay, I don't want to do that, so I might as well just try.
Literally.
If you're feeling depressed or anxious or whatnot, it's like so good to acknowledge it. And then also, if you need to spend the day doing nothing,
do it.
Just do nothing.
If that's what's going to save you in that day, do it. Because there's literally nothing more important than your life.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, no 100%. Job, no person is more important than your life.
You should always be number one.
Exactly. If any young ladies out there like are looking for advice, like starting to pursue the entertainment industry, whether they want to be a producer or just work at an agency, do you have any advice for them?
Really think about it before you decide to pursue it. I mean, also disclaimer, I worked in entertainment for 5 or 6 years, and then I have since pivoted out. I feel like my years in entertainment were some of the most, like, highest highs and lowest lows. Like, truly. I got to do some really cool stuff. There's a feeling that's almost irreplicable to, working a concert or like working on a set that you eventually see on the big screen, and seeing the impact that entertainment makes on people is so cool. And I think I never felt like I didn't have a sense of purpose when I was doing it.
You feel like you're part of a team. You're a part, like you're doing something big for the culture.
I mean, especially in Hollywood, you are changing culture. Like, I think that's...
You're at the epicenter of it.
Yeah, and I feel like I initially went into Hollywood because, again, back to just like growing up, and even though I grew up in a pretty diverse neighborhood, when I would like watch TV or see celebrities, like they were all... I didn't see me. Like, there was Lucy Liu, and that was it.
Shout out to Lucy Liu, though.
Shout out to Lucy
Charlie's
Liu,
Angel.
OG baddie. But like, I don't know. Like, and that does have a really big effect on kids. And
representation matters.
Yeah. But simultaneously, I think I just kind of came to a point where I had to really kind of be honest with myself and decide like how much of that feeling is worth compromising other things in my life for. And I came to the conclusion that it wasn't worth it. And so that's why I would say, like, if you want to do this and if you want to like pursue this crazy industry on the creative side, but also even on the business side, like I was at a talent agency for 2 years, and that's probably the most like corporate you can get. And that was even so crazy. Like, just really, really think about it. Like, are you okay working 60, 70, 80 hours a week,
Missing a lot of birthdays,
missing
a lot of celebrations.
yes, like having to really put your life
grind
in there, like
literally blood, sweat, and tears, y'all.
Yeah, I mean, I've given all of that.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, you have to just like really ask yourself, is this worth it? And so, and I think that question too is kind of hard to answer when you're like, I think it's almost a little bit unfair to like graduate college at 21, 22, so sheltered, and be told like you have to decide what you want to do for the rest of your life. And you don't, because I've clearly changed.
You're literally a 3-year-old adult when you're 21.
Yes.
Because you've only been an adult for 3 years.
Exactly. And like the person I was at 21 versus 25 versus 28, I feel like the core parts of me are the same, but like I have evolved a lot around that. So like you can always try it. You can always try it for a year or two. Hopefully it doesn't take you 5-6 years like it took me to realize that I didn't love it. But like I've also met people who change careers in 33, 35, and it's like never too late. And I think the worst thing you can do, there are two, I guess, quote unquote, worst things that you can do. One is to never try. You don't want to live with regret. But then two is to like be prideful in your decisions. Like, be okay with changing course.
And don't feel like a failure if you have to start all over again.
Exactly.
Because sometimes we think if we move on to the next thing, like we somehow failed at the other thing without realizing that the failure is actually a big lesson.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like also there's so many transferable skills amongst a lot of industries. And what I remember when I was first trying to like really navigate my pivot, I would reach out to people. I went on LinkedIn and like searched up anyone who had any kind of similarities with me, whether it was working at a talent agency or like having like made similar pivots to me. And every time I would talk to them, I would kind of be like, hey, like, how did you navigate this? And they would always say like, you have so many more skills than you think that you do. Because I feel like when you're living your life, it's so easy to get so sucked into the micro and feel like you're not like you're not
who the fuck you actually are.
Yeah, exactly. And
you forget who you are.
Well, and you know what? It's so funny. I feel like we always have these conversations, especially when we were both in the thick of entertainment, where we would be like listen, Emily and I have been through the ringer in this industry.
Girl.
Sometimes I would have to take a step back and be like, this is technically what we asked for. Like
we prayed for times like this.
Exactly. And like we were like, to be fair, we were doing cool shit.
I mean, I've been really grateful to be in those spaces, and like I've even told Gunna this, like it's like a little Emily like me whose family comes from El Rancho, like from Jalisco, and then like Naucalpan in Mexico. It's like I was able to be put in places where people like me had never been before, but thanks to other people that had already worked hard and gotten to where they needed to be in the industry. And it was beautiful, like watching his transformation, watching him like work so hard and get all of the accolades that I know he deserves.
Well, one thing about entertainment, I feel like the people you're surrounded with, they're all not only hustlers, but they're so devoted to their craft. It's like admirable. And I found those spaces to be so inspiring.
Yes.
Not inspiring enough to stick with it.
No, but like even it's inspired me to create my own thing, because it's like I see the beauty in creation. I see the beauty in that flow of like entertainers. Like the creation part of it is the beauty of it. I mean, and you've worked with really great people too. Can you tell us some campaigns that you've worked on?
Yes. I've worked I've truly done everything and anything in entertainment. I started my career in like sports. I was working at NBA on TNT, so I worked with the hosts that show, as well as at BATV, and that was an insane first job. It's also like one of the first spaces I was in where I didn't feel so tall. I'm 6 feet tall, and I was one of the shorter people on that set, so that felt really good. And then from there, I worked. I was in film for a while. I worked on the Scream series. I've worked on the development and production end, and then I went into a talent agency, and I've worked with people like Post Malone and his team. And I've worked on several beauty campaigns, particularly in like the luxury beauty space. So I do feel like I've run the gamut of entertainment. And again, I don't take any of that for granted. I still remember, like, even on my hardest of days, I was like, this is what you asked for. I still remember when I was like an intern in college, and I was like, oh my God, when will I finally be able to be an assistant at so-and-so talent agency?
Going back to the jobs that you worked, what's like the craziest fun job you've ever done?
Craziest job. You know what? It's actually one we both worked on.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And it has a full 360 moment to it. So when I was in college, I used to model a little bit, and Emily was she got her start PAing on music video sets for some of the,
and it was my first coordinating job that I did. Yeah, I actually coordinated that.
Oh
Yeah, I coordinated that video.
She worked like these insane, like for crazy artists. Like she was like truly the coolest person I knew.
Shout out to the people that put me on.
So anyway, she hit me on one day and she was like, hey, like, are you interested in modeling for this music video? Yada yada. I was like, yeah, sure. Like, I mean, I'd be honored to. It was like for this huge artist. And she was my connect, she got me through. This was back in Atlanta, so we were shooting at, where was it?
It was the Fernbank Museum.
Ooh, okay.
Dinosaurs.
Yeah,
I was literally the night at the museum. We were there after hours. It was so fun.
Yeah, honestly, it was really cool. We were just like we were surrounded by like dinosaur bones, and like we were shooting at like 3 a.m.
It was late.
It was 3 of us girls, and so they put us all. I get into the makeup chair, and I'm like, oh my God, like what are they gonna do? I was so excited. They braid my hair down, and have you ever seen Dune? Like the new Dune?
Yes.
You know Alexander Skarsgård and how he's that like weird albino bald alien?
Oh my God.
They put a ball cap on us, and I swear when I watched that movie, I was like, that's me.
Okay, no, but she actually looked really cool. She thinks she looked, I mean, it was a bald cap, but
she is being very kind.
They looked really cool.
And like, we meet the artist, he's super eccentric, which isn't that crazy. Like that is his persona.
The song never came out, or the video.
Yeah, the video. Yeah. You can't even look it up. But honestly, it was a good time. I had a lot of fun, and then probably wouldn't do it again, but it was fun. And then you know what? Fun fact: the next day, Kobe died, and
oh my gosh, I forgot.
Yeah, because I did that shoot, and oh my God! And then I woke up the next day in hives because I was on antibiotics. I had stopped taking it, and we were in the field all day the day before. So I was like, did something happen on the shoot? And then simultaneously my phone was blowing up because that was when I was working my first job in sports.
Oh yeah.
And that was because Kobe died, and it was crazy.
You're like, something was in the air.
Mamba forever.
Literally rest in peace.
But the 360 moment was when I was on TikTok the other day, and I came across this video of one of the models, and she starts like, she looked kind of familiar, but then she starts talking about the shoe, and as soon as she said bald cap, I was like, that's my girl.
That's her. I knew I remembered her. That's so, I know Gina sent that to me, and I was like, oh my God. I literally had forgotten all about that.
I have some Snapchat memories.
We'll insert one here so you can see.
I don't know about that.
Come on, for the people, vote yes or no if you would like to see Gina's alien photos. If you would like to see Gina with a bald cap,
Gina's
text
bald.
222 Put your vote in tonight, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, it has been a wonderful time, my Gina girl. But we're gonna have to come to an end.
This is so fun. This is awesome. This is my first podcast.
Oh my God, let's do it again.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Do you still have tequila?
Girl.